Hey, I'm Kyle Rummins with S&H Farm Supply here in Mountain Grove, and I'm going to go over this 2024 Mule Pro FXT 1000 for you today. It's a Pro FXT 1000. It's got a 999cc engine. Comes standard with 61.5 foot-pounds of torque. The interesting thing about the Pro FXT 1000, so the TerX and the KRX are the sport models, the real fun models, the big trail desert models, and they're really loud, and there was some concern when they upped the size of the engine in this that this was going to be loud as well, but it's not. It really kind of stays true to that utility mindset. It's really a quiet vehicle, and you can fit 6 passengers in it. It has a configuration for either 3 or 6, so you're still able to hold a conversation with one another, which is nice. I wanted to talk briefly about kind of what's going on underneath. So as you can see, there's a ton of suspension travel in this model. We have 11 inches up front, and we have 10 inches of suspension travel in the rear end, which gives us a total of a little over 11.5 inches of ground clearance, which is really important, especially in this country. These farms are rough, lots of rocks, and it's not typically something you ever have to worry about with one of these models. I wanted to go ahead and highlight this feature. So you've got 350 pounds of payload in this configuration, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but actually when you extend this, you extend the bed, and then it bumps all the way up to 1,000 pounds of payload. So it's really simple. One guy can do it in about a minute. You unlatch here, use these handles to flip up our seat. Take this latch off on either side, and then it just pushes into place there. And of course, you just latch it right back into place. And so here now we're able to kind of get some of the weight in the bed over that rear axle, and that's what gives us our extra payload. So 1,000 pounds of payload in this configuration. It does have a gas strut assisted bed lift. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do with weight in it, but if you're by yourself, it won't be any problem. And of course, the engine's rear mounted here. This is our V-twin liquid cooled 999cc engine. Top speed on this thing is around 55 or 60 miles an hour without much issue. And I wanted to go ahead and we'll highlight some of the interior features on this. Again, real simple process. Put our seat back in place and latch these on either side here. So if you look over on here on this side, we have 2 power outlets, and there actually is a pretty convenient holder for like a smartphone, and it's got a notch out in case you wanted to charge your phone. And of course we have some storage in the front end to charge, but it's easy for the driver to access this portion as well. So we have a really simple digital display here. It's going to give you hours and miles, and you can toggle through the settings here. Gives you warning lights, the electronic power steering, your reverse indicators, and then I really like the 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive indicator here. So it's electronically selected between your 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive. But once you put it into 4-wheel drive, it won't actually indicate that it's in 4-wheel drive until it switches over. So just because you have the switch, it doesn't light up on your indicator, which is nice to know. And then of course these all come standard with the differential lock. Really, really hard to get these things stuck. So again, we're talking about that ground clearance and suspension travel in these. There's a really big advantage in these models over some of the smaller ones and some of the competitors. They're really smooth riding vehicle, and again, We've got enough room for 6 passengers here, so if you're spending time together, it's really easy to hear one another speak. A really comfortable vehicle to get inside. Now, there are a number of accessories, Kawasaki authorized accessories, that come with these that are options that we can look at for you. We have winches, audio systems, hard and soft cab enclosures. There's, of course, several options on front windshields, and then we have some rear panel options as well. All in all, this is kind of Kawasaki's best offering in utility, but you still get a lot of sport value out of this. Like I said, 60 miles an hour top speed, you got 60 foot-pounds of torque, and then that 999cc engine really makes a big difference over previous models. This unit here in this configuration starts at $18,999. Really fun model to drive, and like I say, you get a ton of utility out of it. So for you farmers and ranchers, even hunters, it's really kind of a great balance between both worlds. You have the off-road capability mixed with the comfort and the utility of this model here. So yep, come down to see us in Mountain Grove. We've got plenty of models to choose from, and if this doesn't tickle your fancy, I'm sure we can find something that does. Thanks.